This is my 2023 BMW S1k, and obviously I've had a lot of struggles with this bike this summer. I put a lot of miles on this bike over the summer, more so than a lot of my other bikes, so I think it's unfair to say that this bike is bad. I actually do deeply enjoy riding this bike. A lot of the discomfort and the growing pains that I had with this bike, however, mostly came from the dealership that I bought this bike from, not necessarily the bike itself. Now, I did have a lot of problems with this bike over the summer, like the quick shifter not working correctly and it leaking coolant. Just overall not a great time. But obviously I'm making this video shortly after I crashed my V4. Probably going to be a while until I post this video, but yes, I'm still healing from that crash. And now I am currently sitting with 4 bikes in my lineup. I have this bike, my Supermoto, my MT-07, and my H2. And now since it is mid-October, winter is right around the corner, I think my original plan was to sell this bike, and now I think I'm actually going to end up keeping it. I have a trip to California lined up. I think with that trip coming up around the corner, I think I'm going to end up keeping this bike, taking it to California with me. So yes, my original plan was to sell this bike. I announced publicly that I'd had plans to sell this bike. I did have a buyer lined up, but I ended up backing out last second because yes. But I ended up backing out last second because I do plan on taking this bike to California over the winter. Next season, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with this bike. I don't know if I want to keep it long term. I think just for the short term I want to keep it. I don't think I actually want to keep this bike long term, just because of how much crap we've gone through with this bike. Today we are going to be going to another BMW dealer. We are going to be picking up some supplies so I can do the 6,000 mile service on this bike, since it is slightly overdue for its yearly service, which requires an oil change and an air filter replacement. And since the foot is still broken, I think I'm going to be trying to hand shift this bike majority of the time that we're going to be going there, just because the shifter is in a really awkward position and it kind of hurts my foot. It's really hard for me to talk crap about this bike because I genuinely do like riding it a lot. It is a fun bike to ride around. It's kind of boring. I've said in my videos before, it's kind of soulless. So like as an only motorcycle, like if this is the only bike that you own, it's hard to get every piece of enjoyment that there is out of bikes with this being your only motorcycle. Just because you can never get the full enjoyment out of this singular motorcycle. There's other bikes in the market that just have more character and just feel a little bit more fun to ride. But this bike is still awesome to ride sometimes. So it's really hard for me to part ways with it super easily. I think I just kind of want to wait and see what comes out, because as of recording this video, like I said, this is mid-October. The Yamaha R9 just got announced. I don't think that the R9 is interesting enough for me to want to part ways with this bike, but I do know that Ducati is coming out with a new middleweight. There's a few things that are coming out that haven't been officially announced yet, so I'm just waiting to see everything that's coming to the market before I make a final decision on what I want to buy. So the real topic of the video that I really wanted to talk about, but I didn't really know how to bring up, and I don't really want to make like the central focus of this video being this subject. But as the season is winding down a little bit, I'm obviously still riding with the broken foot, everything like that. I have begun recording, not posting, but mainly recording a little bit of some reckless content. Obviously I have the Supermoto. I feel like where the Supermoto shines is when you're doing like reckless content, like wheelies and like going not super fast, I guess. The illusion of going super fast in a Supermoto, which is great about that bike, is you could do reckless things without actually having to break too many speed limits. But yeah, like mainly wheel in the air, wheelies, stuff like that, which no platform likes. No, YouTube doesn't like it, TikTok doesn't like it, Instagram doesn't like none of the platforms like wheelies. It's just what it is. But I'm in a very comfortable position where like I'm making enough from other forms of like the regular stuff that you guys like to watch that I could feel comfortable about. What are you doing, bro? Are you running out in front of me? What the I'm in a pretty reasonably comfortable enough spot where I can really post whatever I want to post now without having to be like concerned like, oh, I can't pay for gas or anything like that. I'm like, I'm good, especially now that I'm back down to 4 bikes. Like my expenses have come down quite a bit and I don't have to worry about things as much. It's nice. However, I had a dream the other day that kind of gave me second thoughts about this, and this takes a lot to share, so I hope you guys like kind of respect this fact a little bit, because I'm not really comfortable with sharing this, but at the same time it's like this is just transparency's sake. Like you guys get to learn a little bit more about me and my mentality behind like the content that I make and why I think I'm kind of rethinking the posting, the reckless stuff here. I had a dream the other day where I was riding just like this with my friends. It was at night when my friends kept getting hit on their bikes. Cars would hit them, or they would hit something and they would fall and they would get hurt. And there was this one moment that really stuck with me, and it was one of my friends got hit by a car and I watched him slam to the ground, tumble for a bit, and I was like, oh my god, oh crap. So I quickly got off my bike, I stopped, pulled over, ran to him, ran to help him. I'm like, hey bro, like you okay? Like what can I do? And in this dream, I just see, again, this is a dream, this is not real, okay? And this dude's just covered in road rash, one of my friends, just covered in road rash, bleeding. and he's screaming in pain and like tears rolling down. I kept waking up that night and I kept falling back asleep having the same fucking dream, man. Oh man, we gotta go over that. Oh, cool, looks good. No coolant blown, so that's good. Maybe I'm just tripping. So the reason I'm at this lovely place is today we're going to be picking up a new backpack because the backpack I crashed in is no longer good. It took a lot of the that backpack took a lot of the crash, which thank God I was wearing it. But what would have been a lot better is if I wasn't wearing a back protector, but thankfully it didn't matter either way. Hey Reese, I had a really nice backpack before. I'm probably going to order another one of those, but I just need something to get me through today. Oh, this is nice. This is not bad. Little spot for the laptop. It's definitely not as nice as the one I had, but
I didn't know my GoPro was magnetic.
Is it? Oh shit, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, what the hell?
Would you trust it on the side of that though? Nope.
I want a pocket like that.
Yeah, that kind of looks a little stupid. I don't like those. I mean, these are all crap. I think I'm just gonna go for that first one I picked up because like, at least it has that, which is nice. How much is it?
That's crazy.
That is unbelievable. I mean, I don't know if I really have much of a choice though. This is what I get for waiting, not ordering one online. This is all Chinese crap anyway, bro. I could probably order this off Amazon, some bootleg version of this off Amazon for like $5. But dude, someone in my comments was telling me I need to hit chest more, and I'm like, I literally can't right now because the shoulder is still messed up from the crash. Yeah, so I'm like, I literally can't even hit chest right. All I can do is like back and arm. I can't do legs because of that. People are just rude, bro. Someone's telling me I need to hit legs more. I'm like, I got a broken foot, bro. I can't. What's going on? What's happening? All right, so we want to go to Columbus, so we want to come over here. All right, well, fuck you, asshole. Just disregard my point. He's calling thick, probably because he's wearing sweatpants. Why are you wheeling on the highway with a hoodie and sweatpants, bro? You're gonna regret it. Your camera's pointed face down, by the way.
Can you imagine I record a whole video like that? There's a lot of money out here, though.
Is there?
Yeah, it's hidden. I used to deliver cars for Maserati, and there's so much money out here, man.
I mean, it definitely doesn't feel like a poor area. It's just like, it just feels kind of like North Olmsted type, a little suburb.
Yeah, they kind of got their own communities, like around a whole, like, man-made pond.
I see. You gotta look for the bougie stuff. It's a pretty beautiful area, I will say.
Yeah.
It's probably HOA, too.
Yeah, these are a little bougie, bro.
Yeah.
These remind me of the houses that you go to, like a house party in high school. Like someone's parents leave and some rich kid is just like, yeah, dude, anybody, invite anybody, bring your own beer.
Oh, we didn't have this in Elyria.
That's why you gotta make friends with kids like Westlake and Avon.
Dude, it would be all the hot white chicks in Avon at these fucking house parties.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Like, how you doing? My name's Reese and I'm here to fuck shit up.
I know a lot of kids at Westlake, so there were a few I knew. I mean, I never stayed long at those fucking parties, but I just know that they existed. They were there. I wasn't cool enough to stay, but...
That's nice.
Oh no, is it closed? No, don't tell me it's fucking closed and we have to go to Sills today.
Damn.
What is today, Tuesday? This looks pretty closed though, I'm not gonna lie, dude. It says, notice we will be closed October 22nd through November 5th.
Oh my god.
So, looks like I have to go to Sills to buy what I want. That sucks, bro.
Where's Sills at?
It's right by Ducati, but I'll put in the information. That's so crazy, bro.
Ridiculous.
Would State 8 have the oil?
So what? Yeah.
State 8?
No. I'm just gonna drop the bike off today and I'll get it at a later date. This means I won't get this bike back for a little bit, that's all. Pretty nice BMW dealer. I don't have much experience with them because I've never driven out here for them, but until today, and then they just happened to be freaking closed on the one day I needed them. I wasn't gonna get this bike back today anyway, and then, like, I don't have to get the oil today. I just wanted to...
Just stretch the legs?
Yeah. A little bit. There's a gas station up here we can stop at. I wonder if I should do spark plugs on this bike too, because while we were at the BMW dealership, it started up and felt really rough for a second. I wonder if I should just like do everything. Like, I mean, air filter, oil, tire. I feel like with my luck, bro, I'm gonna take 2 Euro bikes to California. Both of them are gonna blow up somehow. What's cool is, bro, when I'm out in California, I don't have to conform to California exhaust laws. So I can just, I can run this full straight pipe exhaust fully legal out there. Dude, I should take the baffles out of the 698 and just roll through like Beverly Hills with the gunshot.
Great, yeah, great fucking idea.
I get pulled over so fast, bro. After you're out there for like 2 weeks, you kind of understand it because like, even though they have a ton of emissions laws, people still can rock their straight pipe V6s and whatever out there all day and night. You just hear it all, like, everywhere. People just ripping these straight pipe cars around. So I kind of get it. Like, I can imagine before they implemented those laws, it was really bad. It's just another way to tax people. You got to understand, like, have you guys ever been out there? Like, out west?
I've been to Sacramento.
Yeah, so you know, like, how densely packed that shit is.
Yeah.
Just how many people live out there. Like houses out here are so spread apart compared to out there. Like, everything's just so stacked on top of each other. Trying to get anywhere during the day is like, there's just traffic everywhere. People love it out there because of the weather, which, I mean, I'd love it too.
Yeah, so. That's true. It's money spent is different out there.
I mean, it still is pretty more expensive, but like the same apartment that I have here would be like, what, $2,200? I'm paying $1,500 right now. So it's like, yeah, it's a bit more expensive and food's more expensive, but I think you definitely get what you pay for with the weather.
Yeah.
V6. He can't help himself. Drives a Chrysler.
Oh my god.
Fart or something? What happened? You may want to. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Here we go. I mean, this, look, e-bike, saving the environment. Well, as soon as that one turns yellow, I'm going to sneak in right here in front of this guy. All right. Good calls, good calls. It's time to turn this into California. I'm waiting until we get below 30 before I start doing it.
Oh no!
We're moving at a decent pace. I'm gonna wait till we're like, traffic's at like a standstill before I go back to doing it. You know, I don't want to be doing that shit at highway speeds, you know. We could possibly be holding up this much traffic, bro. Might be able to skip a little bit of this. Lane splitting, it's illegal. But I don't care. I love bikes so much better than sitting in that line of traffic for 10 minutes. I gotta order an Uber. Well, since we're here and the Uber's about to come up, I just wanted to say one last thing. Obviously, I've been talking all year about wanting to replace the S1k. The S1k's kind of been the black sheep of the lineup. It's been so weird having that bike around. But as the summer comes to a close and the winter is starting to quickly approach us, there's nothing I want more to do than to buy a new motorcycle. But I am fighting that urge because I remember how I felt last season. Buying a bike right before winter sucks. I had that V4 sitting for so long and I barely got to ride that bike before hitting something in the road, bending the wheels. That bike sat all summer and then finally got it back, and then of course something happened and I crashed. It was just bad luck, and I think I am taking it as a sign. I think it is better to just wait. Although, man, this bike would be awesome to have in California. These V2s, they look so good, bro. I want one so bad. I want to see what the new one looks like, though. I know they're coming out with a new one very soon, so I know I gotta wait. Anyway, those are the reasons why I'm keeping the S1K going into the winter, basically. I know I'm an incredibly indecisive person, so hey, that's just me. Anyway, I'm gonna leave now, so I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.